There we go.
Greetings, everyone. Welcome to our fireside chat. Today's date is August 4th, 2023. We have very special guests with us, a very impressive group located in our own, I call it the Tri-Valley area of Greater Vilcabamba. It is our living ground. In English, Suelo Vivo. In Spanish, Crew, the Soil Squad. They are also known as Leisha and her crew are doing a fantastic job bringing life back to our soil and bringing the microbes back in. I told them just before we hit the record button, they have my full support in any way possible, because being a bit of a prepper myself and being the vice president of our Citizens Assembly for here in Vilcabamba, we want to support all of our people living here. And with the times that we're in and all the uncertainties that are looming, the more we can get self-sufficient, self-reliant, and one of those primary things, of course, is our own food sovereignty, producing our own food, the better for all of us. Mm-hmm. So, Soil Squad, welcome to the fireside chat. I want to make sure you're welcome here. You're highly esteemed, and we'd love to hear. Today's call is about, we did a fireside chat 6 or 8 months ago about the fundraising and giving us the update of what's happened the last 8 months since we had that last one. And you made lots of great progress. I'll let you break it down as you wish, and I'll just kind of ask questions and do color commentary as we go forward. So you got the microphone. We're looking forward to hearing from you.
Cool. Thank you, Darren. And we appreciate your support and seeing us and see what we're doing. We were very fortunate in March to be able to purchase the property. We did raise how much, guys? 40.
Oh, no.
Yeah, 40.
Yeah, about 40.
About 40,000 was raised, and then we had a couple here from Vilcabamba who saw the project, believed in the project, and gave us the balance of the money in order to make the purchase. And as if you remember, it was like we purchased the property without the money. So it was like, woof. And we did save it from the gas station. So we've been jumping in. Now, this loan we do need to pay back over time without interest. And it's an angel loan. I mean, it's really to get us up and going. So we actually have the location site, and we're actively right now working the foundations, which is really the landscaping. It's putting in the market garden and the herb gardens and bringing in the compost. I'll let Nick talk a little bit. We knew it was going to be a contaminated property, and we were excited about having that challenge of sharing with people that we could take contaminated soil and regenerate it to make perfect crops. But it was a little worse than what we thought. I'll hand it over to Nick.
So
before you go, Nick, Nick, you got all those wonderful people on your screen. If you could maybe just do a quick intro, let everybody say hello.
Sorry.
So we got Tamara here, right over here. Right there, we got Jiminy. Got Manny over here, and my name is Nicholas. And if you don't know, this is Leisha.
Okay.
Just in case. So yeah, what happened at the site is that the site was basically the old dormitories for the highway workers when the government built the highway going south to Peru.
And just for our viewership or listenership,
it's right on the other side of the pass. As soon as you get across from Vilcabamba, so it's about 10 minutes south, 10 to 15 minutes south of Vilcabamba.
And the turnoff where you turn off for Quinata.
Yeah, right, exactly.
That's the key point that people will, I think the orientation point people will know.
Yeah. And pretty soon it'll be nice, green and lush. There's a massive brick rock wall. There's a big white building, and that's where we're at. And so we've moved into this massive construction. We have all the space that's going to be required to establish all the micro businesses that this project will involve, that we will get into a bit later on. And so what happened is that they were using a lot of machinery with the project site, and there's a pad, cement pads at the bottom of the property where they did all the oil changes and the mechanical work. And that's what we're going to be making our compost on top of. I used to be a mycologist. Well, I used to have a mushroom farm, and there are varieties of mushrooms that you can get that will consume petroleum products quite aggressively. And so these guys will be getting cultures of these guys are remediating the land underneath there. That is not where we're going to be growing the food. The food is going to be growing a bit further up. But this is a great opportunity to clean up a land and increase the quality of the soils there, and to be producing high nutritional value crops. Because it's not only about having food in our stomach, it's about having minerals in our diet. There's only so much food we can eat, and so if that food is not full of nutrition, we're not going to be healthy.
And the
Excellent.
reason the plants are nutritious is because of the microbes. It is not because of fertilization, whether organic or with chemicals. The microbes are the reason the plant is able to take up nutrition. So this is the new science. And this is why even organic is not enough today. We're so depleted. All of us are so depleted. This is why chronic disease is so high. But we did discover that they put down 6 to 8 feet of fill.
Yeah, there's about I'd say about a meter and a half, depending on where it is. So it used to be nice if we dug a pond, and there's about a meter of landslide material, and underneath it's nice dark soils. And so, we're gonna get there. We're gonna all that soil is gonna go back and become really nice. It's just gonna take a bit of time.
Mm-hmm.
So the first part was phase 1, as you were telling me before we started the recording, and now you're kind of in phase 2.
Yep.
Yeah.
Of the process. So tell us a little bit more about phase 2 and what your plans are and what people can look forward to.
Well, Living Ground, we are associating as a project, and Living Ground will be like an umbrella to, currently we have 20 different potential pods. And these pods are, or have the potential to be, independent operators working as part of the project as the group. Everything comes from the microbes. So the compost, we're microbe farmers. We're not compost makers. And it's a very important distinction. Then there's consultancy, actually consulting with people to help regenerate their lands to meet minimum requirements based on what they want to grow and help them get to that level. Then there's market gardens and a greenhouse. They will supply a commercial kitchen. The purpose of the commercial kitchen is to teach people how to alchemize the food from the gardens, how to preserve it, how to harvest it, and how to make it better. So it's everything from fermentations to elixirs to tonics to tinctures. We'll have a lot of herbs. We're going to grow a lot of medicines. There is going to be a secret garden on site, literally the secret garden like in the book, which will be home to 43 different plants that can be grown anywhere in the world. And I'm currently in the process of writing a book about these 43 herbs and what microbes are required to grow them and what microbes they will rebuild in the human microbiome and how. So how can we take this herb and make it so it sustains our microbiome? Remember, we're only about 10% human DNA. We're 90% bacterial DNA, microbe DNA. So this is about feeding these microbes, the good guys that sustain us, and stopping the war on the bad, So then there's a natural health food store that will take everything from the commercial kitchen. Then there's a cafe that we hope to do. It might just be on weekends, but deliver gourmet foods grown in the microbe soils. The apprenticeship program, internships, and the big one that's coming up right now is health tourism. So people can come, book a month. We'll put them through a live blood analysis, dry blood analysis, iridology, and we have enough healers in our team that we can offer lymphatic and Bowen. We can offer protocols, we can get juices, but have people participate in their health. So they get to go out and sit with their medicine or pick their salad or make their soup. So really empower people and then send them home better people,
There is a lot to say on picking vegetables, like picking a tomato and eating it. The nutritional content and medicinal content value is much higher when things are very fresh. And, our goal is to grow food that's so good for people's health that just eating the food will, give them the micronutrients that their body craves. And so if people, for the, the cost of very of just living up north, not doing anything. They could take a vacation, come here, enjoy amazing food, delicious gourmet foods from all over the world, because Ecuador can grow pretty much anything, and then go back home healthy, whole, and in better overall health.
And to add to that, so that sounds pretty cool. And we're
Your
using
audio's coming through good. Your audio's coming through good.
awesome. To add to that, since this sounds really cool and we're using a lot of future tense, we've already started this.
Yeah.
So it's happening, and the microbe tourism and health pod is officially started. So if someone is interested in that sort of holistic 360 approach to healing and would like to test it out here, it is open.
Wonderful. I think an important topic I'd like you guys to just touch on for a minute or two, because many people watching this may have either forgotten or not seen your first fireside chat, is the magic of these microbes in the soil. I mean, this is the heart and soul of what you guys are doing. Could you just touch on the work that those microbes do, that was the missing piece in the organic farming and all that stuff that takes this to the next level? Just give us a quick overview on that. I think that's really important.
You want to start, Nick, and
Sure.
I'll finish it.
Sure. The reason why we say that organic is not necessarily enough is that you can use chicken poop and a whole lot of tillage and grow lettuce that is mostly air, right? Your lettuce will be green. You'll look like lettuce, smell like lettuce, kind of taste like lettuce, but it won't have any depth. It won't have as much flavor. And humans are like animal. We can actually, the more tasty food is, generally the better it is for us. Our body knows what it's looking for, what it needs, and those nutrients. And so what happens is, if when you're working with dead soils, plants spend ridiculous amounts of their energy putting nutrition in the soil to feed the microbes in order to, through that symbiotic relationship, to be able to use them to mine the soils. Because contrary to what people think, plants don't drink up nutrients through the water that goes out their leaves. That's old stuff that was figured out. You can actually have nutrients going one way and the water going the other way, and it doesn't work out. But if you have microbes in the soil, they will help the plant mine the soil, increase its ability for nutrition, increasing its resistance to disease, pest, and also help improve the soil, which increases water retention, reduces flooding, and so many more benefits. And if you're into climate change, it's even good for that.
So I'll give a little example, because the same thing going on in the human microbiome with the microbes as well. So through photosynthesis, as Nick said, the plant will create energy, and that energy is carbs, sugars, and a little bit of protein. So it's flour, butter, and a little bit of eggs, right? And a little bit of sugar. So they literally make this, the plant makes cookies, and it gives 70% of those cookies to the microbes. It talks to the microbes in the soil, the bacteria and fungi, and says, I want copper, I want phosphorus, I want cobalt. They go out, mine it, bring it back in exchange for this cookie. Thank you very much. But it's not a soluble nutrient at this point. Then come in through the soil food web, the nematodes, the amoebas, the flagellates, who eat the bacteria and fungi, and they poop it out the nutrients out in a soluble form, which the plant then uptakes. So we've actually created a business plan that operates very similar. I mean, we're not doing a top down where there's leaders or owners or CEOs. We've tried to mimic our project, just like how the microbes. So everything's symbiotic. Everything depends on everything else, and no one can stand alone. We're even going to be bringing in the community exchange system for internal movement of our products, because everybody's going to need the compost or products from the garden internally. So we're going to do a CES community exchange service. And at the end of 2 years, we're wiping out everybody's value. So no one pod can be more successful than the others. So hopefully there's generosity. Hopefully all the pods that are gaining points are trying to give them away as fast as they can. I mean, that's the aim. Be generous.
I'm really delighted to hear you talk about you're adopting the CES, Community Exchange System, which for all the listeners, it's a time bank system.
Yes.
It's where you put your energy in and we keep debits and credits. And it's a way to basically conduct commerce without money.
Mhm.
We have a Troika committee that's designed for those. The CES is one. We have a local crypto that's another one. Oh, excuse me, I got to turn this off real quick. All right, and we have we're also looking at our own script as another potential one, and we have a barter forum. So we are working towards self-sustainability financially, and you're adopting that too. So I'm so happy to hear that. The world as we know it with Federal Reserve notes, everybody knows that world is about to deteriorate, come crashing down, and they're going to offer us a new digital system. And we want to be able to say, no, thank you. We have our own decentralized, autonomous, self-sustaining commercial system, food production system here in Greater Vilcabamba. So way to go. You guys are really leading the way on the ground with this. So fantastic. Back to you for anything else you feel is important to share with phase 2 or projects, or anything you would like the people to know about. I know we're gonna.
Well,
we need people to get involved and help.
Yeah,
support.
we are
Yes.
looking. I mean, it's a lot of work. We are in a second phase of the fundraising right now. We're not begging for money. We can do this on our own if we need to, but we're really hoping that people will see this project and see its potential, to change the world. And giving people, it's all about self-empowerment, like whether making the compost, growing your own garden, learning your own herbs, making your own food, operating as a team with our conflict resolution and everything we've got in play, so that we can all work together. So people can come and learn very holistically, as Tamar said, 360. And so we right now are working our butts off. We have 3 full-time and 2 part-time employees. And we're financing them from our own pockets. We're working really hard to do this because we believe in it that much. And we will continue to do this if nobody supports us. And we will raise this project. It will just take time.
Yeah, the way I've described it to my family is like, you can generally, when you give to charity, it's a one-time done thing. It's like, all right, you've provided water to, or rice to something. So some people needed them. Whereas, this project operates like a business. So the money that you invest or, donate to Living Ground is an investment that will keep on giving. That money will keep working to educate people, heal people, and heal the land. It'll definitely compound into the results that will be the benefits that will be offered by this donation.
Mm-hmm.
Another part of it is too the open sourceness, and that's fundamental. Sharing this information so other people can recreate this. It's not about hoarding it and making it our special thing, right? This is for
No
advancement.
copyright, no trademark.
Replicatable.
Transparency.
Yep. Just we're completely open. And once the project is up and running, as sort of the founder and the young grandma, I intend to give it 2 or 3 years of my time and my heart. And then it's the leaders take over, then the leaders should take it over and give it to the people. I mean, success is creating a project where it's successful without you. And I mean, to me, that's the ultimate. I've sort of done what I'm supposed to do. But it might take a few years. But I would like to just share one more thing, Darren, about our Living Ground. As although we're operating in profit because we need to in this world, we're really a nonprofit. So we've divided the profits into 3. A third will go into profit sharing based upon time for every single employee. So nobody's going to be given, higher standards or higher, what's the word?
Stop.
Percentages, right?
Percentages.
Yep,
Okay.
a third will go to internal investment where all pod leaders apply for equipment or needs, and we discuss as a group where we use this money. And a third, the third, sort of what Tamar was talking about, is giving back to the communities and the people. So obviously, a lot of local farmers will not be able to afford a consultancy in the regeneration. So this is where we get to teach them. We're not gifting them. It's not a charity. We will come in with this money and convert their farms into a product that then Living Ground could then, they'll grow it, we'll help them, and then we can purchase it. So they've got a customer at the end. And a lot of the old locals are now starting to like, what? 2 generations ago, we had massive amounts of corn, beautiful heads of corn. And now they can barely grow anything, or the sugarcane is not doing as well. And they're constantly using urea, which won't sustain. I mean, they might be able to get crops now, but next generations, because they're killing more microbes, it's going to get worse and worse and worse. So this isn't giving them a solution. And then hopefully we'll be successful enough that we can purchase all of that product and they win even more, and they can keep going, they'll be self-reliant and self-sufficient on their own.
Wonderful. Fantastic. You mentioned something before we started the recording. You got your consultancy from Dr. Elaine, who is kind of like the founder of this. Congratulations. Want to let you and everyone know that you are directly tied with the founder of this and on the cutting edge. So thanks for being a great leader and setting the pace on that one too, Leisha.
Thank you, Darren.
Yes. Well, very good. So in closing, how specifically can people support you guys? I know there's financial donation support, and you can maybe put in the email that will be attached with this, how they can contact you and all their options there. What about volunteer or any types of materials or anything else where people can support you guys?
Well, we're at the Saturday market not actually in the market, but we're at Sonia's coffee shop every Saturday morning with a pretty extensive range of gourmet products produced here from the plants we're growing. So it would be great to see more people there, and they can come and buy and try our products, give us feedback. That would be one way.
So the Saturday market is what?
We're there from about 8:30 till 12.
Exactly. That's what I want to. Okay, very good.
Coconut shop. Yeah.
Okay.
And if people are interested in growing their own foods, I've studied agriculture. I'm also in the Soul Food Web class. We do consultancies. We can help you grow higher quality food, reduce the amounts of, you don't need fertilizers. You don't need so many things that everybody tells you need. What you need is a lot of microbes, and we can help you with that. I mean, we've had amazing results on a commercial coffee farm that's one of our neighbors. He bought the coffee, and I was telling him, let's do a test. Let's spray only half the field, and within a month he was spraying the whole field because he felt like he was losing by not spraying it. So he was spraying microbes everywhere. It was like, what about the test? He's like, it works.
Yeah, Nick, thanks for bringing that up. I meant to ask you guys, do you have any real life examples? And that was one of them, of a coffee farmer who is seeing the results big time, and he's addicted to the microbes now, right?
Yeah, I mean, he blew my mind. Like he planted 2 trees, the same variety, exact same thing, planted at the same time. One's waist high and the other one's my height. We got some pictures. And the only difference is one got a bit of compost.
Wow. Are they near each other too? Are they?
Yeah. They're close enough. They're within 3 meters of each other.
But the interesting thing is he's a scientist.
Yeah.
He's actually a scientist. So he knows what he's doing.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the results are coming in big time.
Yeah. Everybody
the skeptics out there, if they take a good look at this, will be very impressed.
Yeah. And Tamar?
So another thing you can do is we have an Airbnb for the tourism aspect, the health tourism, and please come stay in our Airbnb. We have a nice bathtub where you can sit in and watch the sunset. And we're building more dormitories on our project site. So you can come be a part of the process in all sorts of ways. We have a market garden. You can come help us plant seeds. You can prune some tomatoes. You can
learn our secret recipes.
yeah, you can weed. Like there's so many things that you can learn while also helping us. Of course, our fundraising, helping us do fundraising is a big thing that you can do. What other ways?
Yeah, if you don't have the money, just tell your friends about this cool project, and you know that's how the most of the last fundraiser ended up going, is just people telling other people just how excited they were about something. It's not about giving $5,000. It's just about giving what you can, and because you believe in something.
Well,
You
everybody's
give
gonna
all the money to government and we don't believe in it. So
everybody's gonna receive this email with this link, this video link. So wouldn't it be a good thing for them to share it with all their family, friends, and loved ones who are open-minded to this incredible new understanding? Forward it and see what happens. Let the divine hand rain the blessings down as the divine hand so sees fit. Yes. So share the good news.
Do you want to add to?
Yeah,
tonight?
just what everybody said. Good job, you guys. And also, yeah, it's reciprocal, really. A lot of what we do, there's a lot of benefit for all to receive. They agree with me.
Rainbow
I'm
agrees.
Symbiosis.
Exactly. So in terms of the Airbnb and the health aspect, if someone seeing this is like, oh, my mom would really appreciate this, or here's an opportunity like to tell a friend who needs a vacation, a break, a place to be in nature, experience healing, share that with them as kind of a way to support everyone involved. It's just
And
Ooh,
maybe
another-
I'm just thinking, there's a lot of people on Vilca List that do their own retreats and their own stuff. They could include you guys as a part of their retreat, bring people here for a day to take a tour or to have a nice lunch, or, so there's all kinds of opportunities here.
Yep.
Yeah.
yeah, we're open to symbiotic co-participation and stuff. We just want to let everybody know just how cool the microbes are and how essential they are. So, I'll ramble to anybody.
Yeah, another thing is Alicia and Tamar are really working on the education aspect, where they have classes, online classes in development in, a few months when they're ready. So take a class, pay for a class. There's so much incredible information. Alicia is writing a book right now. So I don't know how that's going to be sold or how that's going to be managed, but in the future, buy the book. Like there's so many different ways you can be a part of it. So
People
Stay
can
curious
get
about it.
connected online with videos, books, and as they grow, then they can look forward to maybe coming to visit one day.
Yeah.
And learn the
person.
hands-on, yeah.
Yeah.
So actually come and experience it.
How
Mhm.
wonderful. Wonderful.
And
Then we'll-
I'm just gonna finish. I mean, if you look at the Soil Squad right here, and I'm sorry, our Ecuadorian partners aren't here with us, but we're international. We're from all over the world. We're different and we're making it work. And just like the microbes, I really do believe we're the good little guys. None of us are what the world would say is successful. We're just good little guys aiming, have a mission. We have something in sight together, and we're having a lot of fun doing it, which is most important. I mean, these guys are awesome. We're teaching each other, we're not perfect. And it's just a beautiful thing. Mhm.
How wonderful diversity and harmony coming together.
Mhm.
Great job. Any closing comments from anyone else before we call it a wrap?
yeah, I think there's one thing I thought of that I think is super important that we missed, is that so it's not normal compost. It's not just any compost. It's obviously microbe grown compost, but what kind of brings it all together is these two are soil microbiologists. So they look at your compost under a microscope. So when they look at it under the
Yes.
microscope, they can see whether it's healthy and full of life or whether it's void of life and just empty. And when they see all the little flagellates and fungi, they can say, oh, wow, this is a really good soil. And then so if you have this healthy soil, I'm betting the house that your food is going to do way better. It's going to taste better. It's going to feel better. And you're going to get better health from this healthy microbe soil, as opposed to most soils on earth are void of nutrients and minerals because of pesticides and tilling and all these things. And I think that's really the glue, is that we can see this is healthy, this isn't healthy, or the other way around. And yeah, I think that's really important to mention that, you know, we have some
it-
backing and some evidence.
And it's not expensive, like basic microbe treatments or, you know, just applying extract and everything else is under $20 a hectare per application, just for the compost. That doesn't, you know, if you want to do it yourself, buying enough compost, you buy $20 of compost and you'll be able to do a few applications on your own and just getting the ball rolling and getting microbes on your land. Like, our
That
goal
was
is
very
to get
helpful
microbes.
information. I didn't realize it was that cheap, and I
Yeah,
don't
it
want
is.
to use
It
the
is.
word
Well,
cheap
it
loosely,
is,
but
but if you don't have food for the microbes
they
on
need
your
more.
land, you will be applying the microbes and they won't live.
Yeah.
So it's a very, again, there's another web that needs to be considered, whether it's cover crops or organic matter. And we can do this. I mean, we don't have to import materials. In the beginning, you might to get things started, but once you're started, that system starts to take care of itself. Mhm.
Wonderful. Closing comments from anyone else before we call it a wrap?
No, we're good.
All right. Well, listen, I am super excited. Thank you for taking the time to do this recording. We actually tried a few weeks ago and failed because of my computer. So you're diligent to stick with it, and we're coming back together. I'm very much looking forward to visiting you guys myself in person, doing my own blood analysis and getting my own good guys in order in my own body, and supporting you in any way that I can. So keep up the good work.
Thank
I'm
you.
here to help and serve and support in any way that I can. You're doing a great job. Many blessings from me. And I know there's a large percentage of the people who are very impressed and happy and really behind you guys. So I think we're good. We can call it a wrap. Keep the
Awesome.
big picture burning brightly, and looking forward to seeing you guys on the ground in a month or so myself. All right.
Yeah, get
Awesome.
home
Thanks, Darren.
safely.
Thanks so much.
Ciao.
Okay. All
Thank
right.
you.
All right. Many blessings. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye. Well.